take control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
Now it's Burrow. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Again, it's Burrow. Connection made to Ruckert. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
3rd and 2, now Burrow. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Ravens are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Well, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or at worst, a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it. Because you know the field shrinks that close to the end zone.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack. The offense on 3rd down, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 17. On the sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job, both feet in, 1st down. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18 from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that is incomplete. For this, the 2nd meeting of these two teams, you might recall, they met back in Week 5. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He's going to try and go deep again. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. Where the guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Complete to Likely on the out route. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
Back to throw again. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Open man downfield is Waddle. He's got it. He'll get it inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the 2nd half of this contest.
And this is caught by Watkins. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Touchdown! Quez Watkins, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. So that one a long 11-play drive, and it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the play did on the last one.
No gain on the play there, second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense.
Here we go.
Linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
11 empty.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Here we go.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Burrow will throw. And unable to connect. Incomplete. We'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Yards that time on the punt, and the Ravens, they'll take over.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field, coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
Second and 6. No, scratch that. Second and 7.
And cycle.
They'll drop to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. He'll look to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Okay, ready?
They'll try and throw for it here.
Got a man. It's Schwartz, complete. And he is going to have a Ravens first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. Again, he'll drop to throw. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
On the ready?
They'll look to throw.
Open man here, Schwartz, complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw.
Finding Waddle crossing the field and bringing it in. And he will have a first down here as they get into field goal range as well, down at the 17-yard line. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Javon Kinlaw able to record his 5th sack of the season. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Jalen Waddle in the final seconds of the first half. And the Ravens would extend their lead here just before halftime. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game, and no signs of slowing down.
So, barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here we go. The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set to start this 3rd quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. Pretty much it. Offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11.
So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3, but with starting field position like that, 3's not what you're banking on.
No, and you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball into the end zone and put 6s on the scoreboard.
The offense for the Ravens returns to the field. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2nd and 4. Over the middle, he's got Watkins.
We got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
And he's going to have the hook up to Schwartz.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down.
On the give, this is Harris.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
They run again with Harris. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. They'll look to throw here. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Bengals grab it. Past the 20. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Cincinnati touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. You know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Complete at the 1. And he's not going to get in as a try for 2 comes up empty. So they will be unable to cut this to a field goal as the differential remains 5. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number 1 because margin for error is starting to slip away. And now it's down to a 1-score game.
He's got a man complete. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Back to throw now on 1st down.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points. But he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there. 3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. This will be caught. It's Waddle.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That one goes for 30 yards.
Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got it? Someone cover him. That type of indecision can open.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Damian Harris,
his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards.
And it was Damian Harris, who finished things off with a touchdown run. This one fielded at the 5. This offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Give him 30 yards there. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now Burrow. His pass complete to Ruckert. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. Here's Burrow. And he'll spot Higgins open left side. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. That also a career-long kick for the veteran, Charles.
Yeah, how about what he just got done there? We always knew he had a big leg, but how about everything coming together perfectly on that one? Great leg swing, and bang that one through.
And he'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Jalen Waddle, the speedster wide receiver, brings out this offense. And the previous drive put him up over 1,000 yards for the season. So now it's what you like to refer to, my friend, as gravy time, right?
It is. I mean, he's done it, right? He's accomplished the goal. So the good players, they relax a little, they bask in it. They think this is, okay, we've done what we set out to do. The great players decide to push that number as high as they possibly can. I don't expect him to.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jeremy Ruckert, 30 yards. And the Bengals are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And the lead is down to 2. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position and only 1 play to score. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter, despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive.
Ready up.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. It'll be a loss of 5 there as his safety blitz winds up paying off. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6. Back now in Baltimore. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Now back to throw.
Got an open man. It's Schwartz.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been tough to stop. 8 for 10 so far. This is 3rd and 4.
Got a man. It's Waddle, complete.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
And a lane slow and materializing there as they get maybe a yard up to the 45.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're... with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain. And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first down.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Ravensons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 43. He'll look to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of, and in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of, trying to engineer a fourth-quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Leo Chanel leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Now Joe Burrow on 3rd and long. And that will be incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
This is up and good from Pinheiro.
And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And they really need to forget about their last time out, the turnover that led to a field goal. So now they try to regroup, trailing in the final quarter. Obviously, they'd love a touchdown, but 3 would suffice.
Here we go, back. On the ball.
Harris starts the drive on the ground. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Back to throw.
That swung out wide to Harris.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. It's his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to make it 4th down.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Ready.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
He's got to complete to Waddle. And he is going to have a Ravens 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
Ready, ready. Ready.
Back to throw. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the play.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 1st down, and they go back to Harris. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll run again with Harris. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd down, here's Harris. And they'll rally and stop him short of the 1st down at about the 6. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Tucker's kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So Burrow and the Bengals down by 2, 30 seconds to go. They've won 3 in a row, but they've got work to do if they want to get a 4th in a row as they come up on 1st down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds after a gain of about 5. That stops the clock, but slow and steady won't win the race at this point.
Here we go.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now Burrow. Pass complete to Higgins. Finding room at midfield. And he's got some space here. Loose inside the 30.
Gotta go.
A big play there on the catch and run. And even 60 yards. A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for Baltimore, it's a win that might keep them alive in the playoff race as they're back to 500 at 5-5. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Pittsburgh Steelers.